Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? Welcome along to this this stream. I bigged it up the other night on the preview stream, and now we are here. I'm just going to tweet out the link to the stream and say doing a live stream on YouTube now, discussing the upcoming summer transfer window. If you want to tune in, click the link. HC. Yes. All right, I've tweeted the link out. So, actually, we'll just put it on Instagram stories as well. I'll copy and I'll copy that same tweet. Right, smile, everybody. If you want to tune in, head over to. Okay then, right. Let's get underway. So, in case you're unaware of what's going to happen tonight, me, along with the help of you guys, will be going through everything. We'll just be going through everything regarding the transfer window. We'll first of all look at the out-of-contract players and the loan players, what we do with them. Then we'll go through each individual squad player, member by member, seeing what each of us would do to, whether we'd let them go, whether we'd keep them around. Yeah. We're just gonna head through it. And along the way, might have some people popping in. We also might not. Towards the end of the stream, I'll put the StreamYard link in chat, and well, you can just discuss at your leisure. What? Come on in, say what we want. Let's have a look through all of chat then. Semi says Ben Brereton Diaz, Jed Wallace, John Swift, and Tom Lawrence. Lawrence's wages will be quite high, very, very high, as will Diaz's. Sorry, Brereton's. He's not playing well enough to be embraced with the Diaz name for now. Wallace is an interesting one, and as is John Swift. That's an interesting one. Lucas thinks we need a Curtis Davis type figure, or Curtis Davis himself. Tom Eaves is God says that he's too old now, to which Lucas says, have you seen him this season? Yeah, right then. I have seen all your comments saying hello and whatever, and about Matty Ingram. And we'll discuss Ingram in just a moment, because the very first thing we are going to discuss is the first team players out of contract at the end of this season. So, we've got Matt Ingram, Callum Elder, Richie Smallwood, whose nephew is watching, Malik Wilkes, Tom Eaves, George Honeyman, Josh Emmanuel, and Tom Huddleston. Now, this does extend also as well to the academy players out of contract, who are Matty Jacob, Ahmed Salam, Billy Chadwick, Jake Leake, possibly Macaulay Snellgrove and Will Jarvis, when they signed their pro deals, the club didn't announce how long they were for. Tom Nixon, Josh Hines, Ollie Green, Louis Beckett, Harry Fisk, and Harry Lovick. I'll cut to the chase with them. I would keep all of them. I'd keep Matty, Ahmed, Billy, Jake, Macca, Will, Tom, Josh, Ollie, Louis, Harry, and Harry. I'd keep all of them around. I think the club will let Matty Jacob leave, and I think that'll be it. I think Matty Jacob will leave. Why I think that? I know somebody who knows Matty Jacob's, I think it's cousin or like uncle or something, and he says that Matty doesn't think he'll ever get the opportunity here. He thought that pre-takeover. He thinks that now as well, which is a shame because he's a really, really good young left-back, but it is what it is. And with his contract up, I mean, Ahmed Salam has just won the league in the Republic, not in the Republic, he's in Northern Ireland with Linfield, playing really well over there. Billy Chadwick was playing well over there as well before his ACL earlier in the season. Jake Leaks had some really good loan spells out of Boston this season. Macca Snellgrove, Will Jarvis, Josh Hines are all attackers that we want to keep hold of for as long as possible. Those guys have a future here, regardless of what league we're in. Tommy Nixon, again, we've just signed him and he's really impressed. Ollie Green, another good one for the future. All of them are really good for the future. I'll have a look a lot more. Wow, there's a lot of chat messages here. Wow. Right, I'll go through as many as I can here. Eaves can't go. He's the god. I like that. He's beautiful assist versus Preston. Wilkes will go. Ingram lost 7-0. We'll discuss Ingram, as I say, in a sec. Leo will be crying that Matt Ingram won't be there early on the final day of the season because Leo really likes Matt. Ingram got embarrassed. Do feel bad for Ingram. Expected to have a day at the club and be able to keep title chasing Fulham for 90 minutes. Luton fans need to calm it. None of the goals were his fault. Agent Ingram, evening. What's the plan with that guy called Adam Traore? We got him or we're still linked with him. For the moment, it's still linked. We'll discuss more about him later in the stream. Traore is pretty much done, yes, Reese, but it's still a link for now. Reckon it'd be worth trying to snatch Clark Harris from Peterborough now they've been relegated? No. Charlie Wilson says Harrison Fletcher over Baxter or Ingram, and I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. How you doing, Max? All right. Hazel Football Club said, come on, the boys. Clark Harris, not championship quality. I think we're going for players we're linked with in January, like Mariki and Marita. I don't think we'll go for Mariki. Tan Kessler didn't rule out going in for Hidemasa Marita. And depending on other targets, I think we do have other targets. It could just be a case of, well, he's there. I say we sort contracts out first, then we get players. Exactly. Opinions on Grayson Giles. I like Grayson. I like Grayson. Very good footballer. Yeah. We want Abel back. We'll talk about Abel later in the stream. He did post something about Hull City on Instagram, and that has sparked debate. I'd like to see a really very strong defensive midfielder who's a good ball player. Liam Walsh is a player that cares more about watching Liverpool than playing football. Borough fan here. Wilkes been linked with us considering we don't play with wingers. I can see it being pretty unusual. Thoughts? I don't think Wilkes will. I don't think Wilkes will go to Borough. I'm going to be honest. He even promised me his shirt. Yeah, Leo, bless you. Luke, how you doing? Ashley Fletcher had experience with him as a virtual manager. Is this on your FM save, Ashley? Right, maybe Jakupovic. I don't think Jakupovic will be on the table. I don't think Eldin Jakupovic will be on the table at all. Wilkes should go Deadwood. Right, and still don't understand why we saw Dan Batty. Well, Fleetwood have just about stayed up by the skin of the teeth from League One this season. Need a left foot. Right, so we'll talk about the players first of all, out of contract. Talk about Matt Ingram. Now, the emergency loan to Luton has sparked debate. However, for me, it's not the end of the road. I'll tell you why. All right. I'll keep chat alive for this because I have a feeling there'll be a lot of debate here about Matt Ingram. Connor says opinions on Luke Flanagan. I love Luke. Luke's a really, really good guy. Really like him. Yeah, quality. Quality podcast as well. It's been a while. I'm waiting. Tell him I'm waiting. Tell him and Rich that I'm waiting. Get him on the M62. Well, Wilkes are going a free. Yeah, bought him for Bristol City when JG wanted to leave. Fair enough. We have one game left. We're safe anyway, so let him be loaned. Keeps him sharp. Exactly. So for Matt Ingram, what I was going to say was, if it were me, I'd have played Baxter or have played Cartwright against Forest anyway. So Ingram wasn't going to play. And yeah, the emergency loan is just that. It's an emergency. Luton needed a goalkeeper. And they thought, right, Matt's not playing. Why don't we look into that? City were willing to let him go out for what is initially a week. Luton could still slip out of the playoffs, to be fair. What? So if Middlesbrough win and Luton draw, Luton will slip out of the playoffs. Middlesbrough play Preston and Luton play Reading. Oh, I think Luton should have Reading. They should have Reading. But you never know. Yeah, for me, it's an emergency loan. It's just that. They needed a player. We gave them that player. People saying that's the end of the road for Matt. I don't think it is. I still fully believe Matt will be here next season. I'd keep him around. I'd keep both him and Baxter around. So I think a lot of people have got a little bit too irate and worked up about it. It's an emergency loan. It's not the end. Ingram will be back here next season. I do firmly believe that, because he's proven under Grant, he's proven under Shotter, he is one hell of a championship goalkeeper. For us, a team at the bottom end, Matt has been fantastic. Our goals conceded stuff isn't that bad. We've conceded a hell of a lot less than Peterborough, than Barnsley, than Cardiff, than Birmingham, than Reading, all below us. We've conceded one more than Derby, who, if you add 21 points onto their tally, they're exactly where we are. So I don't see the worry. We're matching Blackpool, who have had a good season. More conceded less than Preston, only 2 more than Stoke, less than QPR, less than Coventry. And we are... So those teams I'm talking about are solid mid-table. That is not a million miles away from where we want to be. Next season, I know the aim is playoffs, and I'm always joking, saying we're going to Wembley and whatever. That'd be nice. But the aim is to just at least consolidate with a solid mid-table finish. And with Matt and Nathan between the sticks, we've not done too bad. It's the scoring goals that is letting us down. So for me, Matt has got nothing to prove here. He's already proved it. He's proved he's good for us. What's the need to ship him out and do anything radical? We've got an option. He said to someone I know in Tesco, of all things, as soon as I have that contract offered to me, I will sign it. I assume that'll be whether it's an option or a completely new deal. I assume it'll just be the 1 year option, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'd keep Matt. I think the club will keep Matt. And the emergency loan, people are massively, massively overreacting. Callum Elder, next. Let's have a look what people have got to say about Matty Ingram, though. I'm seeing a lot of stuff about Alayar in chat. We'll come to Alayar very, very soon. It's not really the end for Matt, yeah. Ingram couldn't do anything about the goals. Ingram got a rating of 3.2 today, but that's just because he conceded. Excuse me, that's just because he conceded 7. That's all it is. Keepers at Hull, Ingram, one of the best in the Championship. Cartwright, England under 20 international. Robson, all right, future backup, could be League One starter. And then Baxter as on loan as well. Yeah. Jason Ducker reckons Elder will go. Elder should go. Williams backup left wing back. City are weird when they get promotion. Nobody expects them to. Not wrong there. Not wrong there. Don't rate Coyle or Elder. Baxter will sign a permanent deal due to the fuss going on at Chelsea. Now, we'll touch on Baxter later on. But now Callum Elder. Now, I think with Callum, it's a lot more slam dunk than it is with Matt. And I think Ashley sums it up perfectly here. Elder wants game time, most likely. He was signed as first choice and has been overtaken by an academy product. A very good one, but still. I'd let Elder go and have Jacob back up. That's what I said earlier. That's what I've said previously. I'd keep Matty here, but I don't think the club will do that. Callum, as Ashley said, wants game time. He's had his game time limited so far this season due to, well, first of all, injury, then a change of system, then the emergence of Brandon Fleming, which also coincided with another injury. So I think Callum Elder will leave. If it were up to me, I'd let Elder go. And I think the club will let Elder go as well. Tom Eaves' Gores says Eaves, Elder too injury prone, comes back, plays 50 odd minutes, goes off injured. Elder's the best left back we have. However, we now play with the left wing back. Fleming's so much better. Elder. Well, I said all last season, Elder's better going forward, but defensively, Brandon Fleming is the better player. And I said, in terms of overall completeness in a left back, Brandon Fleming is the best option. Elder impressed last season, but Fleming has come into the team and been fantastic. Been absolutely fantastic. Now, I think Elder will go. I think he will go to Peterborough with Grant because I don't think he'll get a Championship move. I think he'd very happily go and join up with Grant again, go back to Peterborough again for his second spell there. The first one wasn't under Grant, by the way. And help get Peterborough back into the Championship because that will be Grant's main aim. And I can see him trying to take a couple of the players he brought here with him on that journey to Peterborough. And that's just the way it is. He should go to Sunderland or Barnsley. Better for Barnsley because it's experience in a very young squad, like Hull signing Richie, experience in a young squad. Elder was linked with Peterborough. Can't see him spending another season in League One. I can. We can't get Baxter because Chelsea can't do business until they get new owners. But I think that's going to be wrapped up very, very soon. Very, very soon. But you never know. Ajun says he's spending big money on a striker. He says he is, yep. Will thinks Elder should go to Rotherham. That's an interesting one. For once, I agree with Lucas. Sunderland or Barnes would be keen, but Borough may want him too, especially if McCann's there. Gaffer. Miyazaki is having his best season ever, so getting him is impossible. He's an instant starter for FanHub. We'll touch on that link later on. Right, we'll move on from Callum Elder. The verdict is very much we'd all let him go. And I think the club will do that as well. Richie Smallwood, Lucas, his nephew in chat, will be pleased to hear this. Richie has to stay. I'm of the belief that Richie wants to stay. And it's a necessary. It's absolutely necessary that Richie Smallwood stays. We've seen the team without him in it this season, and he's proven to a hell of a lot of people that he does a lot more for this team than people realise. Richie Smallwood, you've got to keep him here. Slam dunk. You have to. You absolutely have to. Exactly. Richie has to stay and come in as part of the backroom staff when he retires, I assume that is. Ashley in his ever-going squabble with Lucas. I said get him out, but in all realness, we should keep him. Richie's a must-stay. We fall apart when he doesn't play. If he doesn't sign the contract, I'll cry, says Lucas. Not sure he should be a starter, but definitely invaluable for the experience within the squad. We'll talk a little bit more about that when it comes to Tom Huddleston. Because I think that's another point of interest. Jason Ducker says Smallwood in. Nice and easy. Malik Wilkes. There's no doubt that there's a player in there for Malik Wilkes. We'll just see this comment about Smallwood. He's Borough born and bred. I can see him staying to live closer to his family. He's a good role model for the kids. Ashley, why are you... okay. He's only 31, nowhere near retirement. Keep Richie in the squad, but he's not a top half championship player. Interesting one. Here's a controversial question. Who should replace him as captain if he leaves? For me, there's only one option. For me, it's Jacob Greaves. For me, it's Greaves. Easy. Absolutely easy. Greaves or Honeyman. Greaves or Honeyman. I think Greaves for the longevity, because I think Greaves will be here for a while. Whereas Honeyman, he's not a lot older, but he is older than Greaves and will retire earlier. Simple as that. Will Keane be sold? We'll touch on that very, very soon. Easily Greaves, McLaughlin, Greaves. Do think Wilkes might go. Honeyman might get hate for this, but I'll keep Wilkes. Needs a full championship season to prove himself. I'd keep him around. Now, for me, Malik Wilkes is pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's gone. Yeah, well, he doesn't go to the games anymore when he's not playing. He hasn't got in the squad under Shotter. He won't get in the squad under Shotter, especially as the squad itself is getting stronger. Now, Leo, I know you've got a certain thing to Malik Wilkes. Am I allowed to share what you've told me about Malik Wilkes and a certain member of your family? Am I allowed to share that, Leo? Because I think it's a cool story. I think it's a very cool story. Not going to games. Like I said that time, he ain't a club man. Okay, Leo's let me share it. Right. Leo says keep Wilkes because Leo and Malik are both from Leeds. And, you know, there's that connection there. Oh, there's a player from my place. Leo's on the right side of Leeds, by the way. He's a City fan. So before you give him any hate, he's a good bloke. Malik used to be taught at school by Leo's auntie, I believe it is. And, well, it's safe to say Malik wasn't, well, I think Leo's told me that he used to, like, chuck chairs around and stuff, which was interesting, which was very, very interesting. Wilkes has to go for his career if he leaves to a lower club like Bolton. I believe Wilkes could be a valuable player. Wilkes can go, has a bad attitude, very lazy. Comes on against Peterborough, I think, looked unfit. Yeah, I agree. With him not playing, 99.9% sure go to Birmingham or Peterborough. He doesn't train properly, messes around as well. Everyone expects great things from James Scott, and nothing since sign apart from getting injured and going on loan. We'll speak about James Scott in just a second. He doesn't have a good attitude. And Speedy says that he'd keep Malik Wilkes. For Malik, as I was saying, I think he'll be in the squad against Forest. And I think that'll be it. He'll be in the squad for Forest. I think he'll come off the bench. He'll get to do a bit of running round. He'll have a farewell. And he deserves a farewell. Because without his 19 league goals last season, we would not be in this position. We would still be in League One. And do I think we'd be getting promoted from League One this season? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, yeah, Malik, I think, will go. And I think it's an obvious call where his next destination will be. As Alex Lancaster says, eyeing up Wilkes for Peterborough. Yeah. I think Malik Wilkes will be a Peterborough United player next season. He plays his best football. He's played his best football in League One under Grant and under Cliff. I think Malik Wilkes, as I say, he'll get his farewell against Nottingham Forest. And I think that'll be it. I think that'll be it. And I think Malik will be off. We won't bother offering him that extension. He'll be off. He'll be off. By the way, if Smallwood leaves, I see him go to Sunderland, same with Honeyman. Thoughts on Syed Manesh? Fantastic player. As Speedy says, he's the Iranian Messi. How you doing, Harry? Revision's going well. Doing a lot of math stuff today. And now I've had a full day of it. That's why I've put the streaming on this bank holiday. I need to keep Honeyman very valuable for the team. Bumped into him in Beverley today. He is a really nice guy, isn't he, George Honeyman? Need to go to gotta can't get my words out. Need to go to some more under 23s games, Tom. Next season. Doing a career mode with Hull in FIFA 23 will be amazing with a new squad. Tom Eaves is God. He's from our academy because fans hate him because he was part of the naughty boys. Scott isn't from our academy, by the way. If that's who you're talking about. So do you think Wilkes binds well with Cliff and not Grant? Interesting one. Especially after Peterborough sold Dembele to Bournemouth, he'd be the replacement they're looking for. Exactly. Now, someone said Tom Eaves can go for all I care. He's the very, very next player. Now, opinion on Tom Eaves isn't great for the majority of City fans, but there's an acute minority, of which I am a part, who absolutely adore him. Tom Eaves is one of the nicest men I have ever met. He is absolutely brilliant. Ashley has the right idea. Keep him, best player in the world. But now, personally, I would keep Tom Eaves. I'd keep Tom Eaves. But I think he'll be let go. Harry says, get ready, another fan favourite will come round. And I think we've already found that next fan favourite for when Eaves does go in alias Syed Manesh. But for me, you keep Tom, but it just won't happen. And it pains me to say it, but I just don't think he'll be kept. It's sad. It's really, really sad because I love him. And I think this second half of the season, he has massively, massively improved. I think his first touch has got a hell of a lot better since that Everton game. And I think under Grant especially, we were starting to learn how to play with Eaves up top. By in that two up top, having Keane or whether it was whether it was Tyler Smith or Malik Wilkes or whoever it was close to him, he could flick the balls on, getting Honeyman forward. It was working. Then when Shutter came in initially before Aliyah got his chance, it was working with Tom as well. It was working. For me, you've got to keep him. You've got to keep him. But I think he's gone. I think he's already gone. I think that decision's already been made. I think the club's mind is made up. It's a shame, but it is what it is. It is what it is. George Honeyman. He's an absolute keep. It's an absolute keep. When he signed that picture, that will be forever be in my memory on what he said. Oh, yeah. So, someone who me and Leo know, it's Marcus, who I featured on one of the vlogs a couple of weeks ago. I think it was Huddleston, who's doing some stuff for his dad, who's ill with dementia. He was early to the game the other week, and he gave Tom a picture to sign. And it's Tom Eaves. It's an edit of Tom Eaves in a king's in like a king's robe with a crown on his head, with the championship trophy next to him. It's brilliant. He just said, "Oh, fucking hell." He absolutely burst out laughing. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. He shows determination in his work ethic. It's unmatched. Fights for the badge. My backup striker. Exactly that. Now, I saw a comment about Honeyman. Says, Honeyman can leave straight away if you ask me. Fraud. Wouldn't put him in anything above Sunday League. Hate the man. That is controversial. That is controversial. And Tom Eaves can actually have back. I'd get Honeyman. I'd tell Honeyman to get forward much more with Smallwood and Slater behind him as cover. Exactly. Cancel. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Honeyman, best player, 100%. Terrible opinion about Honeyman, saying that is this mine or is this a get rid of him any day of the week? I've just dropped my water. That's great, innit? That's great, innit? Making fun of Scout's accent. Did your autocorrect change the F to a D? Wow. Sell Eaves, sack Force, bring back our Bell. Do I think Mesut would sign? Nah. That will happen. Oh, I said a bad word. Oh no. I'm cancelled. Bad word. Should have been on the stream when McCann's sacking was near. Exactly that. Honeyman's fantastic. Honeyman has to stay. We're not sure what his role's going to be. Maybe more central. The Mackhams hate Honeyman for ditching him a few seasons back for years, but I think he's the best player. Sounds like too many fruit. Wow. Saw me raging at Ashton Gate. You were stood right next to me, mate. You were stood right next to me. Yeah. Adjin had a dream to kill our club. Honeyman's not a bad player. Honeyman is not a bad player, Jason. God. Thoughts on Doherty? Harry, will get onto Doherty in just a second. Got two more out of contract players to go through. The first being Josh Emmanuel. Now, I think we owe Josh another year based on the fact that this year hasn't been a season for him at all. I just don't think the club will keep him around. I just don't think they will, which is a massive, massive shame on the club's part. And I think that's a massive, massive wrong. But Josh just won't stay. I'd like him to stay, but he won't. I just don't think he will. I just don't think he will. Harry says keep. Will says sell. Ashley agrees with me. Honeyman plays like he's got his boots tied. He doesn't, Connor, and you know you're lying through your hamsters there. Seen a video of us doing the conga about 10 seconds later we concede. Tiger Boy agrees with me on Emmanuel. He was fantastic before his injury. Why is my Australian wizard gone? I just think that's the way it's going to be. Reminds me of Odabajo in the promotion season, where he's quality. He's really, really good. Gets an injury and then just doesn't come back. I think that's going to be the same. Josh would work really, really well in the 3-5-2. He suits that wing-back role more than Coyle does. But he just... Nah. Rotherham's a place he could go because he's been there before. He could go back to Bolton. Yeah. I'd wake up and think about this every day, Tiger Boy. It's probably something that we'll never know in terms of what happened to Josh Emmanuel unless he sits down and openly talks about it. I'd love to be the man that's with. I'd love to be... I'd love to I'd love to be the man to sit down and talk about it with him. But you never know. Tommy Eaves is God says get Coyle gone. Speedy to glory. Watch Coyle. He stops the ball every time. He doesn't he? He always stops it dead and doesn't ever run. He was seen training, not a word from the club. I saw him training in person. But it was when Emmanuel was training, when I saw him, he was in a group. That group was with Tony Pennock and another one of the fitness coaches whose name has slipped my mind. It was some sort of crossing drill. There was Jake Leake on the left side, Emmanuel on the right. Wilkes, Monka, Randell Williams, Jevon Mills, Harry Wood, all in the middle. Robson and Cartwright switching it in nets. He looked very sharp. He looked really, really sharp. His crosses were excellent. They were really, really good. But we just don't know. We just don't know. I think he's gone. I think he's played his last game for Hull City. But, oh well. It's a shame because I love Josh. He was a fan favourite when he first came in and we were all watching from home. We loved him. And it's all gone because of this and we don't know what's happened. It's disappointing. Coyle or Emmanuel? For me, it's Emmanuel. His last game? Whom? Let me have a look. Barnsley. His last game for us was Barnsley, the 2-0 win. That was his last game. Yeah. This is interesting. Even though in Hull News, Man United have just gone 1-0 up. Yeah, Lucas has just said the same. If you want me on Luke's, on Tigers, blah, blah, blah again, you'll have to speak to Luke. Ask him when he's bring it back. I'd more than happily go on there. But, I'm not going to ask because I'm not like that. I'm content just doing what I'm doing. Yeah, he's my English teacher. I'll speak to him tomorrow. Oh my God. Terry, shut your opinion is no longer valid after selecting Tom Eaves. Do you reckon Grant would ever use 3-5-2 if one of Coyle or Emmanuel didn't get sidelined? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The goal scorer for Man United, by the way, was Bruno Fernandes. Thoughts on the Glazers? Terrible, terrible owners. Tom Eaves is gone way coming at me. Your other half's leaving the club. What do I think about Baz Cooper today calling people who run onto the pitch wastes of oxygen? Now, I won't exactly say waste of oxygen because that, although that is a quote I've used, and I regret using it in hindsight. However, people who run on the pitch are idiots. They are absolute fools. Absolute fools. Yeah. Glazers or the Alams? The Glazers. At least they overspend. The Alams didn't spend a penny. Get them all banned. Fernandes scored for once. Waste of oxygen bore us on when Alan told the City till I die people to die. Yeah. I think your channel's good. Oh, cheers, Callum. Cheers, Callum. Right. Lastly, Tom Huddleston. Now, Tom has had limited opportunity under Shotter, but I would keep him around. And that is for one reason only. Experience. As a team, as a club, which is looking to push up the Championship back towards the Premier League, we distinctly lack players who have played at the top level of the Championship and in the Premier League. Of the current squad, the only players to play in the Premier League are Tom Huddleston and who's the other one? I had it in my head, but it's gone. George Honeyman. I believe they're the only two. Callum Elder was contracted to Leicester. I'm not sure whether he played or not. And the same with Alfie Jones, was contracted to Southampton, but I don't think he played. So, yeah, Huddleston, top-level Championship footballer. The experience necessary. We need experience. And I know a lot of people have said in chat, play a coach, give him a coaching role. Leo, I'm not running on the pitch for you for the last game. No way. Ashley says it's a tough one. Probably a retire at the end of next season if we don't get promoted. Owen Rundle will keep Tom. Now we'll keep Huddleston. Yeah. For me, you keep Huddleston. You say, look, Tom, do you want to go into coaching? If yes, Tony Pennock's leaving, you can have a coaching role as well. You can have your player coach until you're ready to retire. We'll keep you here for as long as you want to keep playing on this player coach role. We'll help you through your coaching badges. And as soon as you retire, you're straight into a coaching role here. And that might in future lead to being a caretaker manager. If we have to sack a manager, it might lead to you being the full-time manager. Just for me, it's 50-50 as to whether Tom stays. But for me, it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer to keep Tom Huddleston around. For me, it's simple. You might want to go back down south. I could swear he's born in Derby, though. Tom Huddleston. Yeah, he was born in Nottingham. So that's not exactly down south, is it? Right. So that is the end of the contracted players, of the out of contract players. So we've done all the academy ones in bulk. Matt Ingram, I would keep. I think will also stay. Elder, I would let go. I think the club will let him go. Smallwood, I would keep. I think the club will keep him. Malik Wilkes, I'd let go. I think the club will let him go. Eaves, I'd keep, but I think the club will let him go. Honeyman will stay for me. and I think the club will keep him as well. Josh Emmanuel, I'd love to see him stay. I think we owe him another year, but I think he'll be off. And Tom Huddleston, I'd keep him. As to whether the club do, it's 50-50. Didn't Huddleston do his coaching badges when he was here first time around? That's a very good question. Tom Huddleston. Coaching badges. Yes. So, Tom Huddleston, on the 30th of October 2014, completed his UEFA B licence. And he said in his very first interview after returning to the club, I'll share the screen. He said, quote, I know my qualities. It would have been easy for me to call it a day, finish my coaching badges and get a coaching job or continue a few media bits that I've done over the past 10 months. But I've got the hunger and desire to be out there training every day, playing and showing what I can do. So he wants to go into coaching, dangle the carrot of a coaching role. And yeah, he said when he did his coaching badges when he was 27, he said, look, he believes it's better to do your coaching badges while still playing. He was doing them when he was 27, so he's clearly had that path in mind for a while. And you think if we're bringing in new players to the league, we're bringing in like who we link with. Let's say we end up bringing in Amir Jacques, for example. Unlikely, but let's say we do from Fenerbahce. He's going to be absolutely invaluable in teaching them the ways of the Championship and improving things like passing range, how to spot a pass, that sort of thing. He's still got those qualities. He's been playing football still week in, week out since he left us for Derby. He hasn't lost that ability. He might have lost a bit of the fitness and all that sort of stuff. That happens with age. But he's still absolutely got the quality. Yeah. You've got, for me, the Huddleston one is slam dunk. Class is permanent, exactly. Class is absolutely permanent. The academy players, we said those earlier on, the ones out of contract, but there are a lot of good academy players coming through. Just to name a few, Harvey Cartwright, young goalkeeper, played for England at underage level recently. Andy Smith, a good young centre-back. Festus Arter, a good young centre-back. Callum Jones, an attacking midfielder. Salam, a good winger. Billy Chadwick, a good attacking player. Harry Wood, a good midfielder, attacking midfielder. Macaulay Snellgrove, Will Jarvis, Josh Hines. All very, very good attacking footballers. Ollie Green, a brilliant box-to-box midfielder. Yeah, there's a lot of very, very, very good young players coming through at the moment. Great Gazoo 5. Right. What we're going to do now is I'm going to take you through all of the players that are out of contract in 2023. So, but first of all, we'll just look through the loan players expiring at the end of this season. Baxter, Syed Manesh, Bernard, Force and Walsh. That's the 5. We'll discuss more about them later on. But out of contract at the end of next season are Louis Coyle, Jacob Greaves, Alfie Jones, Greg Doherty, Keane Lewis-Potter, Andy Cannon, James Scott, Sean McLaughlin, George Wonka, Randall Williams, Brandon Fleming, Tyler Smith, Festus Arter, Andy Smith, Callum Jones, Harry Wood, David Robson and Jevon Mills. That is a lot. That is a lot of players. That is a hell of a lot of players. Then out of contract at the end of season after that, in June 2024, are Regan Slater and Harvey Cartwright. And out of contract in June 2025 is just Ryan Longman. So the big majority of the remaining squad is out of contract at the end of next season. We're going to have quite a little bit of a contract crisis, I think. So we'll talk through immediate tie-downs. For me, Greaves is a no-brainer. Lewis Potter's a no-brainer. Sean McLaughlin's a no-brainer. Fleming's a no-brainer. And your young players, Andy Smith, Arter, Jones, Wood, Robson, Mills, all no-brainers. You've got to keep them around. Never said Sincere Hall. That's because he's not on a pro contract yet. He's still a scholar. Walsh was a filler signing. Force Walsh and Bernard will not sign again for sure. Fleming, now that's a lot, yeah. Jones signed a new 2-year deal last season. This season was his option year. It still says everywhere 2023. Signed John Joe Shelby. Wow. KLP leaves, I'll cry. I'm going in after the game to get Greaves' shirt. Wow. Not the Allen regime anymore. Won't leave on a free. Walsh is one of our most pointless signings of all time. So, yeah, out of them, let's go through them one by one. Louis Coyle, as I say, I think he's a good player. I think he's slightly inferior to Josh Emmanuel. But we don't have an alternative. So you've got to keep him around. He's a Hull boy. He likes playing for the club. Keep him around. Greaves, one for the future. Tie him down for another 3 or 4 years, please. Alfie Jones gets a lot of stick, but I think he's one of our unsung heroes when he's played this season. And for me, we can sign as many central defenders as we want, but you still keep Alfie Jones around. Doherty. Now, there's been a lot of debate about Greg Doherty in chat already. I'm trying to find it. I think it was Harry who asked about Doherty. I can't find it though. Anyway, there's someone who asked about Greg Doherty, and now he's not got the minutes. He's been a bit of a disappointment this season. He had a nice run. He had a nice run of form when we had that run under Grant. But I think Slater has proved in this system he's more complete. Lucas doesn't rate Greg Doherty. Doherty isn't good enough. Should be a bit part player. Doherty keep bench player. I think we need to keep him around because he's quality. I think he's quality. But yeah, it's an interesting one with Doherty. How long will he want to stick around, knowing that he probably won't? That he won't dislodge Slater, Honeyman, Smallwood. When you think we could be bringing in a lot more players as well. How long will he want to stick around? Don't know. King Lewis Potter, interest in him from West Ham. You've got to tie him down to that new contract. And I think what will do it is Adjun will say, look, I want this club to go to this. I want this club to be this. To get there, we will build this team around you. You will be a club legend here for your favourite team growing up from when you were a little boy. Your Hull born and bred keen, stick about. I think he'll stay in the summer. A lot of people don't think he will. I think he will. I think both him and Greaves will stay in the summer. Joe, I'm getting kids that Ashley knows vibes from tonight. Not normally this busy. Do not say that about her. Do not give Adjun any stick. Do not give Adjun any stick. Sign Keane until he dies. Joe, if you can ban people from chat, I have a good list for you. Ashley, DM me. DM me. Because, yeah, I think I can see quite a few. I think I can see quite a few already. Can we delete that comment about Adjun? He's in timeout. Keane wants to know, but Keane wants to stay, but from what Joe's told me, his agent wants him moved. Interesting. Yeah. Well, I've stopped him commenting for 5 minutes, and yeah, is this? I thought I got an Instagram message. I thought this was Ashley's big long list. Ashley, shut up, man. For goodness sake. Just for the kids from Wolverton that are in years above me. Oh, wow. Oh, God. Ashley, I think KLP will move. Do I think one decent signing, but Joe, what do you think on one decent signing? But it's all right, 500 people got to take. God. Connor's just sent me a DM. It's absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely brilliant. Okay. I apologise if I offended anybody, but usually when you're using it as an insult, it's got negative connotations. I apologise. Right. We've got Ashley sent the list. We need double figure striker next season, so we're not just relying on KLP. Right. Max, right, that is absolutely disgraceful. That comment, that is absolutely disgraceful. Another one of them. That's another one gone. Oh, Connor. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Sorry, Miles. Sorry again. Where do I think we'll finish next year? I think we just need solid mid-table. Connor sent another one. Oh my God. My God, these are fantastic. I think Honeyman will get goals next season. This chat is funny, but also annoying when Wolverton people are in the chat. Yeah, right. Not all people are. Yeah, thank you. Have I heard about? Right. Okay. All right. Noah, that's you in timeout, mate. Who's going to win the Europa Conference League? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I'm not too sure. Right. I've lost track of where I am now, but Keane, slam dunk, stay. Andy Cannon. Andy Cannon will... He'll be off. He's loaned out to Stockport, for crying out loud. Yeah. Yeah, Andy Cannon won't stay. James Scott, I think there's a player in there, but I just think it's not gonna... It just won't... It hasn't materialised at City. So, yeah. Okay, right. Reece Evenson, that is quite some... That's teetering on timeout mode, mate. That is teetering on timeout. But we'll can we let that... Right. Final warning. Cannon got bought, then loaned, just like Scott. Yeah, but Scott actually played for a little bit, didn't he? Get rid of Scott. Get De Silva back. De Silva will not be coming back. Sorry. Okay. Ryan Longman. Now, my dad is very, Longman's crap now. Get rid of him. Longman will stay. Got to keep Sean McLaughlin. George Monker, I think, is leaving. Yeah. Monker, well, Shotter got a little bit, let's say, annoyed with George Monker. Because, well, he said, look, I'm not playing him. He's a good footballer and he doesn't want to be put back in the team. He's not angry that he doesn't want to get back in the team. So, George Monker, definitely proves he isn't angry and just doesn't want to speak up by passive aggressively insulting the manager via Instagram stories. This is what the Spirit of God is. I'm so happy every day because God fills my life with joy. There's no reason for me to be angry. Be quick to listen and slow to anger. Have a wonderful evening, guys. God bless. Yeah. Something tells me that if George wasn't getting in the team before, after doing that, he won't be getting back in it either. Yeah. Joe, don't take it the wrong way, but you reminded me of Luke Bennett. Joe got a photo in Middlesbrough. Best day of my life. Middlesbrough was fantastic, wasn't it? Middlesbrough was absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, Middlesbrough was fantastic. Ewan, sure. Monk hasn't been used. How have we brought him in to do so? Score from the bench, yeah. Heard Joe. Again, not quite timeout worthy yet. That one. Monk is a Jesus merchant. Monka will leave. All right, Edison Bud, you're back in timeout. Am I part of the Ultras? No. George Monk is a very nice guy. Religious Instagram videos merchant. He's a nice guy merchant. Oh, God. Oh, God. This chat is absolutely fantastic. Thoughts on Lucas Small wanting to the owner of Rotherham United. Only thing Monk has done for the club is get a red card against QPR and make videos about Jesus on Instagram. Don't forget the Monk. Oh, mate. Monka takeover was absolutely fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic. That was absolutely brilliant. That was absolutely quite something. What's... Connor just put this on his Instagram story. Oh, that's quality. I'm gonna put stream have been shown. Oh wow, that is quite something. No chance of a toe pick. Right, Jaden, that is disgraceful. That is absolutely disgraceful. You're in timeout, son. Mitch joining us next year. God. I didn't plug Connor's Instagram. At Connor HCAFC on Instagram. There we go. Thoughts on Ingram conceding 7? Luton were crap, not his fault. Thoughts on the Ozil rumours? I think they're crazy if we signed him. He won't sign. He absolutely will not sign. Ethan, right. That I clicked on the wrong comment now. That's disgraceful. Actually, I for mentioning him, I might as well put you in timeout as well. I'm kidding. How do I feel about the loss of Mino Raiola? It's sad, isn't it? It's really, really sad. It's really, really, it's surprising Because there was the rumours the other day, and he was quick to shut that down on Twitter, but it's... God. It's... Wow. Wow. Yeah. When you think about it, 54 as well. God. Yeah. Wow. Wow. How quickly do I reckon East Stand tickets will sell out, more specifically E1, 2, 3, 4, and West Stand, sadly, but no one wants to go in them. But want to go in one of them. Interesting. Not very quick. You're not allowed to buy tickets in E1 because that's shut. E2 and 3 you can't buy tickets in either. But yeah, don't know. Don't know. Randell, I think, will stick around. Randell will stick around. Shotter seems to be talking him up massively in his press conferences. It's almost as if he's been waiting for him to be back from injury ever since he took over. So I think Williams will stick around. Fleming will stick around as well, easy. Tyler Smith, I think with Tyler, it's a case of either one of him or Eaves will stay. And I think, sadly, Eaves' contract situation will dictate which one that will be. Tyler Smith, I like Tyler. Really, really good lad. Quality person. Decent striker as well. But I think I'd rather have Eaves. I'd rather have Tom Eaves. Right, Max Wright. That's not very nice. Connor, it's a chant, I know. However, it's on the borderline. It's on the borderline. Joking, Ashley, we love you, really. We love you, really. Just kidding. Had better conversations with it. Oh, God. Will I be attending Elland Road? If Leeds go down, I might have to. Just might have to. Ashley mentioning Marcus Maddison deserves time out. Yeah. Andy Smith, keep him and loan him out. Slater, stay. Callum Jones, all of these guys, loan out. Wood, Leak, Snellgrove, Jarvis, Robson, Hines, Green, Mills, Beckett, Fisk, Lovick. Keep them all. Keep them all around. But now the interesting debate comes with Harvey Cartwright. And the interesting one is Harvey Cartwright, because a lot of people, well, I think Plymouth, I'm seeing a lot of Wickham and all that stuff. Yeah. And I think Cartwright, I think a lot of people believe that Cartwright at this stage of his development will want to be having more games, and sitting as a third choice goalie here, he's not going to get that. I think Cartwright, loan him out, and, job's a good one. Loan him out to sort of mid-table League One. He'll get minutes. Job's a good one. Am I naturally ginger? No, I've naturally got green hair, mate. Naturally got green hair. Edison, wow. Reece Everson, we're not mentioning terrorism, and Edison, but that's not very nice either. Who would Lucas? That's almost a timeout as well. That's almost a timeout. Keep Cartwright, but loan him out. Exactly. Then is that just about it? That's everything for permanent City players. We'll go to the loans now. Nathan Baxter, the first one. He was touched on earlier in the stream. I'd love to get Nathan permanently. He was doing a League of 72 interview with James Lawrence Alcott, where he said the dream is playing for Chelsea. His dream is to play for Chelsea. He believes he can get there. He believes he's got the quality to get there. But he says he loves living in this area. He loves living in Hull. He loves playing for this football club. So I'd love to see Baxter sign for us permanently. But it's just a case of whether Chelsea's ownership situation will be sorted out in time for us to get him in before the season starts. That's the situation. That's the situation. This chat when they actually my girlfriend supports Blackburn. How do I convert her into a Turkish target? Need advice. Force her to a City game. Can I scout you for your football game next season? Most juniors are. Oh, thank you. Oh! Wow! Oh! Now, Lucas, that might be a step too far. That might be a step too far. Who we got between the sticks? We've got back. Yeah, that. Owen, no. Who do I think is going to win the Champions League? Do I think it's going to be the Champions League? I think it'll be Liverpool. I think Liverpool will do it. I think it'll be a Liverpool Real Madrid final. And I think Liverpool will do it. Connor says he's actually safe. Don't need to call the feds. Do you cuddle with a life-size Tom Huddleston? Oh yeah, every night. Absolutely, yeah, definitely happens. Yeah, definitely. Terry Shusher 12. God, Real Madrid in the final. God, I hope not. Well, the last time we had an all-English final, it was boring as anything. So, yeah, I think Real Madrid will do it at the Bernabeu. I just think they'll do it at the Bernabeu. Don't know what it is. Right then. Next loan player is Aliyah Sayadmanesh. Now, I think this is pretty much done. Even though the account from a Fenerbahce board member was proven to be a fake by Baz. It's done, innit? It's done. 2 million quid. The option's there. Get him signed. Deschamps Bernard. Would I like to see him stay? Yes. Would I try and keep him? Yes. Do I think he'll come back? No. He wants to go somewhere where he'll get consistent minutes. I don't think, since Alfie Jones has come back from injury, I don't think he's started a game under Shotter. I don't think he's played a minute under Shotter since Alfie Jones has been starting. So, yeah, Deschamps, I don't think he'll want to stick around. Marcus Force and Liam Walsh can pretty much go in the exact same bracket. We don't need either of them. Force is useless. Walsh didn't really do anything when he played. So, yeah. Baz Cooper, serious waffler. Nah, I love Baz. He's a journalist. He knows his stuff. He's got the contacts, Connor. It's fine. Ronaldo scored by Walsh. Why is Baz Cooper being started? I don't know. We can't stand for this. Yeah, 100%. You know, just the way he presses. It just, yeah, it just turns me on. Don't clip that. Right. Why did they move up the All English final to Wembley? Because contracts, mate. Kiev had it. No, not Kiev. Madrid had it. So, yeah. How are you doing? How are we doing? Right. Let's move on. Bernard, come on for the Cardiff game. My dead pet turtle's better than Force. Agreed. Oh, for God's sake, Connor's clipped it. Of course he has. Of course you have, Connor. For goodness sake. For goodness sake. Ashley, I've seen it. Yeah. Right, Reese, that's not happening. If I have to keep putting you in timeout every 5 minutes, Reese, I will just do it. Because those two shall not be named. When's the giveaway announced? I drew it in time. I just forgot to announce it. It's been won. So, yeah, as Miles says, Reese, there's no need for that. There's absolutely no need for that. I don't think it's letting me put him in time out, though. Oh, for goodness sake. Basco has been slandered for me because of his comments about fans being a waste of oxygen. Good point. Oh, Ronaldo's goal's been disallowed. Oh. The Sue didn't happen. Right, we're moving on. Link players so far this window. Ryan Babel, Nathan Baxter, Dishon Bernard, Strahinja Irakovic, Marcus Force, Abel Hernandez. I've forgotten Mazinga's first name. Christy Mazinga, Meza Ozil, Alias Syed Manesh, Cenk Tosun, Adama Traore, Ozan Tufan, Liam Walsh, Mia Jacques. Right. So, what's going on? What's going on here with Miles? What's going on? We can't be having that. You'll get a DM. I'll get a DM soon. Lucas Smallwood. Ashley. Ashley, if you're still in, mate, I very highly rate your reply. I very highly rate that. Right. Noah, I thank you for the compliment, but it's not necessary right now. And Ethan, stop slagging Miles off. Lucas said, check my phone. I haven't got a message from you, mate. Right, I've just learned who Reece Eaves is, and I love him. He calls me Dan. My God. I think moderators are needed. Yeah, moderators are definitely needed. Lucas says it's sending. It'll go through in a minute. Oh, Ashley, wow. Oh, wow. Ashley, my God. That is absolutely mental. Connor, Lucas has clipped it as well. Yeah, he just turned it. Oh, Lucas! Lucas, you're... He's just clipped me saying, it turns me on. For goodness sake. Oh, why is this turned into an Ashley fan account? Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, God. Right, let's go through these one by one then. Ryan Babel. Would I sign him? Yes, I think there's still a player in there, even though he flopped at Fulham. Do I think it will happen? No. Baxter, would I sign him? Yes. Do I think it'll happen? I think we'll try. Chelsea situation dependent, of course. Dishon Bernard, would I sign him? Of course I would. Whether it be permanent or loan again, of course I would. Do I think it'll happen? No, because he won't be guaranteed football. Strahinja Irakovic, he was the Red Star Belgrade centre-back who we put a bid of 3.4 million quid there or thereabouts in for a couple of weeks ago from, as I say, from Red Star Belgrade. Would I sign him? Yes, of course I would. He's playing the Europa League, for crying out loud. Do I think it'll happen? No, I think we won't pay stupid money. Marcus Force, would I sign him? No. Do I think the club will get him permanently? Absolutely not. Abel Hernandez. This rumour came from him posting a video, once a Tiger, always a Tiger, of him with all his Bristol City moments and dances and goal celebrations and stuff like that on Instagram the other day. Do I think it'll happen? No. But would I sign him? Absolutely yes. Mesut Ozil. In fact, no. We'll go to Christy Mazinga next. He's the Linfield striker who we've been linked with in the last couple of days. I think for Mazinga, I don't know too much about him, and it's an odd link, so I don't think that'll happen. Ozil, would I sign him? Of course. Of course I'd sign him. If you're a Hull City fan and you wouldn't sign Mesut Ozil, you're an absolute idiot. We've watched Marcus Maddison in central midfield over the last few years, right? John Torral, good player, but got injured every time he took 3 steps. We would be getting the best creative midfielder, or one of, at least, of his generation in the Premier League. And you wouldn't want him. You wouldn't want him. Wow, mental. Aliyah, would I sign him? Of course I would. Do I think it'll happen? Absolutely yes. We've got a load of chat messages as well, by the way. My God. My God. Would I sign you on a permanent deal, 3-year deal from Springhead? Marcus Force got promoted to the playoff final. What happened to him? Exactly. She's already been to the MK when we battered Rovers. Eve's masterclass. Brilliant. Won't say no to a World Cup winner. Exactly. These some of these chat messages are quite some. Wow. Right, next one is sort of me putting 2 and 2 together. All right. Cenk Tosun. So, Adjan said he wants a striker. Not a young striker, about 29, 30 years old. Cenk Tosun, I believe is 30 on the dot. Yeah, Cenk Tosun is 30. He'll turn 31 in June. Adjan wants to bring a Turkish contingent across. Tosun would be free. Now, I'm just putting 2 and 2 together here. I might look a genius at the end of the transfer window and come out with 4. I might put 2 and 2 together and end up with 7. Who knows? But would I love Cenk Tosun to sign? Yes. Edison Bud, I can't find your chat comment, mate. Abel's 31. Nice. Ethan, I'm afraid that will not happen. Anybody but Tosun. Got a photo of Cenk Tosun. Hey, all right. Not too bad. If we sign Ozil, my eyes might pop out. Nice. Right. Have I put too many people in timeout? I don't think it'll let me put any more people in timeout. Wages too high. Yeah, that's a good point, though, isn't it? That's a good point. So yeah, that's why I probably will be wrong. Would I love to see it happen? Absolutely yes. Adama Traore is one now, not the Barcelona Wolves Spanish international one. The 26-year-old Malian international who is out of contract, not going to sign a new one with Hatayspor at the end of this season. Now, this news was broken by a journalist, the journalist who broke the news about Sayad Manesh and Grant sacking from Turkey. He's very, very reliable with City News. And yeah, Traore, quick by the looks of things, attacking player, match him up with Honeyman. You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. My God. Oh, my Lord. Terry, I'm trying to put loads of people in timeout. It's not letting me put any more in timeout. Do I have to go on? It's not letting me do it through StreamYard anyway. Do I have to go on? Do I have to go on YouTube and do it? Okay, I've just looked at some of the messages that are hidden. My God, that is absolutely disgraceful, Edison Bud. That is absolutely disgraceful. Wow. Right. How many more people is it possible for me to put in not in moderation in timeout, because this is these are some of these are quite something. My God. Right. Are they all? Are they all gone? Right. I think that's fixed. I think that's fixed. After Saturday, am I allowed to say how many I keep from that starting lineup? I'm not putting the StreamYard link in chat. That can only go one way. Lucas wants to be a mod. Leo wants to be a mod. Make me, Ashley, and Owen mods. Hang on. Who sent? Oh, this is that. Okay, someone sent me the video from the McCann stream of somebody saying the N word. That's cool. Okay, Connor, I've seen your message. On stream, can you say Burnley are bigger than Blackburn in every single way? Okay, right. Burnley are bigger than Blackburn in every single way. Will that do? Will that do? Will that do? Right. Okay. I'll look at making moderators afterwards. After this. Got RSE to what's is it religious studies exam? Oh, sex ed. Use a condom. That's my advice. That's my advice. If mod spots are going, I'd also like to apply. Right. I can make. Right. I'll look at doing that after the stream because we're nearly there now, and I've got to go to bed. I need to lie down after this. Ozan Tufan, right? Ozan Tufan and Mesut Ozil are in similar boats at Fenerbahce. Tufan was on loan at Watford in the early season. Went on loan. Came back from his loan. And he came back from his loan back to Fenerbahce. Him and Mesut Ozil didn't get along with the new manager. So they have both been exiled. They have both been suspended. They're training with the under-23s, all that sort of stuff. And of course, the link was made by Turkish media. Oh, Adjan's mates with Mesut. Adjan's Fenerbahce orientated. Oh, maybe he'll sign both of them. Have you heard the rumours of us signing Dusan Tadic? No. That will absolutely not happen. Which stream was it that had about 220 viewers full of Turks, Ashley lovers, haters, and people coming on StreamYard saying racial slurs? That was McCann sacked. That water has lasted me all stream. It's almost gone now, but I've got another bottle in reserve. Don't you worry about that. It was the stream before McCann got sacked. Yeah, it was. That was the one. So yeah, Ozan Tufan won't happen. Liam Walsh, don't want him. And Mia Jacques. Now, someone said earlier in the stream, we won't get him because he's in the form of his life at Fenerbahce now. Oh, look how much calmer chat is now. Look how much calmer chat is now. Ah, it's it's so much nicer. Oh, okay. Connor, I've just seen that. Oh, that reply is brilliant. Oh wow, that is absolutely fantastic. That's brilliant. Right. Okay. Evening, Tom. Chat is good now. Chat is very good now. But I think the 5 minutes might be coming to an end, so I best get back on the other page and get ready to immediately put some more people in timeout. Okay, so yeah, Mia Jacques, as I say, he's in the form of his life at Fenerbahce now, apparently. Seems a good player, good creative midfielder, but unlikely. Okay, right. Breathe. Anything else that we need to go over? Oh, timeout is done. Lucas. You're testing the waters here, Lucas. You're testing the waters. You're testing the waters, mate. Can I put the link? Can I put the link? No. You know what? Shall I do it? Shall I do it? I have a feeling it's going to be just an absolute, it's going to be an absolute bleep fest of people just coming on here, having a bit of a mare. So yeah, I've spent my time being banned damage change man. All right, Reese. Okay. Only letting the usuals do it for the jokes. Shall I do it? Shall I do it? Right. I've put the link in. As to who is allowed on will be a different story. So, if you click that link, what I want you to do is I want you to come on here. When I let you in the stream, I want you to say, out of the list of players, which I will put back on the bottom of the screen, of linked players, who is the one, in fact, no, who are the two that you would like to sign the most? All right? Who are the two that you'd like to sign the most? And then, out of the players out of contract at the end of this season, which one is most important to be kept? Okay. Right, we've got 4 queued up. I don't know who Mojito 46 is. So I think we'll let that one slide. Reese is checking himself out in the viewfinder. Lewis hasn't put a camera on yet. We've got Ashley waiting, and we've got what I believe to be Tom Eaves' God as well. And we've got a wild Lucas Smallwood in as well. Oh, thank you, Miles. See you later. Connor says check DMs again. Oh, for crying out loud. No, Connor, I'm not reading that out. Right, we'll go to Mr. Smallwood first. I have a feeling I know what your answer will be to this first one. Which one player of these out of contract would you like to keep hold of the most?
Either Honeyman or Smallwood. I think they're the two.
Are you going to make a decision about that?
Probably go Smallwood.
As I thought. And then out of the linked players, which two would you like to be in black and amber next season the most?
Mesut Ozil and Aliyah Saidmanesh.
Ozil and Saidmanesh. I think there'll be common choices. Thank you very much, Lucas. Ashley.
Hello.
Shall I assume that your answer to the first question will not be Richie Smallwood?
You'll see. You'll see. I'll say that.
Okay. Do you want to give us the answer now?
Tom Huddleston. Just kidding.
Huddleston.
Just kidding. No, it's only because Lucas is here. I'm going to say Honeyman.
Honeyman. Okay.
Yeah.
As kind of expected. And then are the linked players: Babel, Baxter, Bernard, Irakovic, Force, Hernandez, Mazinga, Ozil, Saidmanesh, Tosun, Traore, Tufan, Walsh, or Jacques. Who would you like the most? Which two?
I want to say Walsh just to be controversial, but I won't. Otherwise, I'll probably get kicked off the
brain.
What do you say?
You've got a brain, so you won't pick Liam Walsh.
Exactly. I'm going to pick Marcus Force instead. Oh. Again, just kidding.
Off you go.
Okay, in all seriousness, because you've pimped him up so much, I'm going to say Mesut Ozil.
Okay.
And then, as much as I love Aliyah, I think I'd like to see Abel Hernandez come back.
Oh, nice. I
would also settle for Aliyah. He would be my third choice.
You'd just settle for Saidmanesh.
Yeah.
You'd just settle for him. He'd be all right, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He'd be fine. All right, Ashley will be back. If you want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. But
okay,
if you want to clear off and head back in chat, you can do as well. Right, Reese has been waiting a while. We'll come to Lewis next. Reese, you said you're a change man after your time out.
Yeah, so I'll probably put Dan George up front, and then I'll probably revert to a 5 at the back.
Okay. Ashley, do you know these people who Reese was saying?
I don't know. I'm listening.
Okay. No, nice. All right, we're getting to familiar territory now. Lewis and Max are here.
Yay!
Okay, right. We'll pose the question to Lewis first. Of those linked players there, which two would you like to sign the most?
Aliyah, there's no question.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, Hawks, I barely know any of them.
Interesting. Is there not
Is there not a specific name that's
Baxter
bulging out to you?
Yeah, Baxter.
Lewis Perry's fight. Hey, leave Lewis alone, dude.
Oh, what's going on in chat? What about me? Oh, you can't be doing him like that.
He might be short and unathletic, but give him some love, mate. Give him some love. You said it yourself.
Connor.
I don't even remember if that was actually your actual height or not, but we'll leave that out. We'll leave that out.
Yeah, Baxter and Saidmanesh.
Baxter and Saidmanesh. All right, Max, same question to you.
Now, a couple of people in chat may know one of these who I'm going to pick. Certain Abel Hernandez. Hi, Jacob. He wanted me to say hi, so hello. Hi, how are you?
You're paying more attention to chat than me, mate.
As another one, I do want Ozil or Aliyah, but I'm gonna have to say Baxter. Not in a bad term to say, we don't have a better goalkeeper. We have Ingram and Cartwright. and I know we want to develop Cartwright, but I feel like if we keep Baxter, then we have 3 keepers just in case 2 of them get injured, like
Yeah,
Lewis.
like has happened this season. I
I
like
just,
thinking.
I just want to keep Baxter, sign him on a permanent, and then like just rotate Baxter and Ingram again, like we've done this season. Because if we don't have an extra goalkeeper, then we're going to be stuck.
We
I
just
like
need
thinking.
some updates from Chelsea with what's happening. That's just what we need.
Yeah, they're finalising all the bids now, aren't they? So
Oh, are they? I don't know.
I think so.
Lewis is getting slandered by Connor's girlfriend. Oh my days.
Oh yeah, he's just Connor's just texted me about that. Okay, Edison, I'm not too keen about the comments regarding Ashley's mum. I'm also I'm not too keen,
No.
Thomas, on the comment about Max having slightly wilder ginger hair than me.
Look, I do get it cut. It's just natural, mate. It's natural, and I don't bother. I don't bother with styling it because if I bother with styling it, it just goes like this anyway. So we leave it.
Okay, so Mojito says in chat that he's Turkey from. He's a big fan from Turkey. We'll bring him in, see what he says. How we doing? Hello.
Hi. How are you? Can you hear
All right,
me?
mate. How are you? I can hear you.
Oh,
What's it all
Thank
like
you.
in Turkey following Hull
so
City?
I'm sorry for my English is not well.
It's completely
Yeah,
fine,
we are
mate, don't
following.
worry.
We are a big fan of Tigers.
I like that. I like that a
I'm
lot.
really a big fan of the Tigers. I love mentality about the his perspective, you know. So next year probably not Özil. I don't think so. Özil will sign with
Yeah.
the Hull City, but Cenk Tosun probably he will be there.
Oh, interesting. So from
Yeah.
Turkey, you'd put your money on Cenk Tosun being a Hull City player.
Yeah, actually, my favorite team is Beşiktaş. He used to play in Beşiktaş, you know. We earned huge money from from him, you know. He transferred to Everton.
Yeah.
Really good money for Turkey. So, but he's not good anymore. He's a good player, but he's not playing in England. He played short time in Beşiktaş and he injured a little bit. But he's a good player. If he signed with City, I think I believe that.
Say again, mate.
It's good.
Okay, I think we might have lost Mojito there. Shame, because very good insight from from Turkish.
I
From
kind
the
of like.
Turkish side.
I kind of like him already.
Not a Fed says.
Not a thing.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. Hello.
How are you? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Do not
No entiendo.
I don't understand. In private chat, they put, "Are you fan from Southwest? Llanfair, Pwthwingeth, Gogera, Quindroboth, Llandasirio, go. With go. Yeah, spell it right.
Did you just?
Yes, I did just say that.
I'm impressed
Did
with
you
that.
actually just
I've
pronounce
never
that?
heard anyone say gibberish like that impressively.
Well, it's a Welsh town.
Fair.
Joe talks gibberish most of the time, so it's fine.
Oh, thanks, Max.
I'm joking. Max, should Ginger be quite?
I think
Sorry,
that,
Joe.
there's a couple of gingers here. I won't lie. Lewis wishes he was.
I don't.
Right. Well, I think we've fizzled out to a nice end here. We'll bring in
you
Lucas.
failed to ask me and Max the second question.
Oh yeah, I did. Right, Lucas. Hello. Second Lucas. Lucas number 2.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Is Terry on the line?
He's in the bathroom at the moment.
Oh, disgraceful.
You watch, he'll end up coming in my room and like saying hello.
It's good to meet Terry the other week, to be fair. Very, very cool man.
I see him almost every day when I'm walking home. Well, maybe not almost every day, but almost every week.
Cool man,
Oh.
is Terry. Right, Lucas, we'll integrate this question with Lewis and Max. Out of the players out of contract, in fact, we'll bring Owen in as well to round it off. Oh, he's gone. That was brief. Are the players out of contract down there, which one would you like to keep the most? We'll start with Max, then go to Lewis, then go to Lucas.
No, it's a tough one because we've got quite a variety of players to keep here. As much as I want to keep Honeyman, I'm gonna have to say Ingram.
Interesting.
I want to keep Honeyman by all means, but I prefer Ingram just so that we have a keeper that can be on the bench just in case, and also
Very
players.
interesting. Very, very interesting. Lewis.
There's only one man, and he honestly, he's world class. His name is Malik Wilkes. No, I'm taking that. I'm joking. I'm joking. He can go.
Viva Malik Wilkes.
He can be a sheep to go up McCann if he likes, but nah.
He's off to Peterborough anyway, apparently.
It's
Yeah.
got to be Honeyman.
Got to be Honeyman.
Gotta be.
Interesting. Lucas.
Yes.
Which one of those would you keep most?
Certainly a tough question, but I feel like the no-brainer answer is Honeyman.
I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement. And then we'll ask you the second question before we round the whole stream off. Out of these linked players, Ryan Babel, Nathan Baxter, Deshaun Bernard, Strahinja Irakovic, Marcus Force, Abel Hernandez, Christy Mazinga, Mesut Ozil, Alias Syed Manesh, Cenk Tosun, Adama Traore, Ozan Tufan, Liam Walsh, or Mia Jacques, which 2 would you like to have in black and amber next season the most?
Well, straight away, I'd say Aliyah. He's younger than KLP, and I think he's got a lot of potential. And I think that's all. Well, it's a done deal, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
and then for me, it's between Abel and Mesut Ozil. Oh God, voice crack.
Hey! Clip it up.
Don't read Edison's comment, Ashley.
Oh, it's my first
Oh,
time
God.
streaming
No, I need
about
to see it
7
now.
months. And
Oh, dearie me.
I've
Right.
had a voice crack. Right, anyway,
Don't shout about it yet. Yeah, I need to look at it.
I'm going to say Abel is my favourite ever Hull City player. So I'm going to say Abel. I'd love for him to come back. I mean, it's not going to happen, is it? But I'd love for it to happen, yeah.
Well, it probably won't happen. And it's a tenuous link anyway, but how nice.
Same with literally all of the players that you've put, barring a few. None of them are going to happen.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Baxter might. Bernard probably won't, but it's one of the most realistic ones. Aliyah probably will.
Traore,
yeah.
I think, didn't he follow like Illagella in Hull City or something?
Yeah,
Yes,
and then he
he did.
unfollowed him when he got called out.
He followed Adjun, he followed City, and he followed Hull City Turkey.
Yeah, and I think after that, when he like unfollowed them,
And then
didn't
a
he
load
try
of
to take
people,
them down?
a load of people picked up on it, so he unfollowed them all.
Yeah. Well, I think he privatised his account, and then like I tried to follow him, and he accepted. So maybe that'll mean something. He's still following Ilagella though.
How very, very interesting. Right, thank you very much, Lucas. I'll leave you to it. Tell Terry that myself and Luke said hello. Luke's not here. I don't think he's even in chat now, but Luke says
Not been here all night, has he?
Yeah, he was here at the start.
He was here at the start, then he dipped out.
He had the right idea.
He dipped.
Right, I'll see you later, Lucas. Have fun.
Yep. Cheers, Joe.
Yeah. Farewell. All right, then.
Jeff.
And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you very much to everyone who's come on in the last sort of 20, 25 minutes when I took the risk of putting the link in chat. It's gone a lot better than it did last time.
Yes.
The risk.
We've had no racism.
That's something.
We've had nobody coming on just abusing Ashley.
I mean, we've had people in chat doing that, but that's as much as we've
Well,
got.
there's only so much you can do to prevent that. It's in my hands to let them on the stream.
You did a good job, John. Thank you for that.
No bother.
It's because you don't have any mods on your channel. It's like you have to do it yourself. It's like, right, okay, hold on a minute.
Okay, just hang on while I ban everybody bar 4 people.
Have 4 viewers, yet you still have 2K. So you're like, well, not bad.
Perfect. Right, thank you very, very much for watching, everyone. You three, you can stick around for a chat for 5-10 minutes if you want.
No, I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah, that's what I need to go to bed as well.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, Harry. Glad you enjoyed. Yeah, I'll see you Friday for the final live preview of the season.
Oh my days!
And for now,
Tigers talk on Thursday. I'm going to absolutely rip into our side.
Yes, I'm not. Oh, bloody! Otherwise, mate, I will. I don't want to know what I'll do if I ever speak like that again.
Well, I don't think I'll ever go to Ashton Gate again, is what I'll say.
You watch, you don't go. You watch, you don't go to Ashton Gate. We win. It's like,
oh no, for God's sake! Thank you very much for your kind words, Katie. Glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, me and Joe have both got exams. Great. I start on 16th of May. What about you, Joe?
16th of May. Well, I've got my Spanish speaking exam on Thursday.
I have it on the 9th, but I do French. So.
Oh, en français. Cheers, Leo. See you later, Max. See you, Tom Eaves is God. I don't quite agree with you calling Ashley babes like that, but it is what it is. So, yeah, right. I'll let you two hang backstage if you want. And, yeah, thank you very much for watching. For now, from me, from the comfort of my bedroom, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. See you later. Take care. See you on Friday for the live preview, unless anything big happens in between, like we send another player out on an emergency loan or something like that. All right. See you later. Take care. Goodbye.